Morena koutou katoa. I number 4, and so today we're talking about the sexual body parts and reproductive organs, I suppose, and rites of passage. So there's a whole heap of names, and for the male, usually the most common word is raho, or even the Pacific version laho. And so that's the common word, when actually that word is for testicles. The ure is for the penis, the tehe is for the foreskin, and the puke is the bump where the pubic hairs rest or grow, just like a puke, like a hill. And then for the females, the most common word is tara, sorry. There's tara, which is vagina, tenetene, which is clitoris, puapua and werewere or werewere. They're all different parts of the clitoris. And then the puke, same again as the bump, the little hill where the pubic hairs grow. And then there's more words for both the males and the females. But those are the general words you'll hear. Then you'll hear colloquial words like tehe and raho, as I've already referred to. So those are the body parts, and you know, it's just good to know all the different parts of your body. You know, like here you've got the the uma, the tumu, the kauru, just in the chest here, and then as we talk to as we talk about the different body parts, it's also important to talk about how we change. And not wait until you're 12 or 10 or 14 to talk about the birds and the bees, but just to make it common conversation so that it's normal, because it's not taboo. That's not a Māori way of saying things. It was discussed, that's why it was always sung about. You know, the famous Ngāti Porou song, Paike, classic references. E ai tō ure, ki te tama ahine. And then the actions also show that act. And so as we talk about our body parts, we can also then talk about as they change, the need to go through processes. And I think I've covered this a few times now, rites of passage when you hit puberty, because for the girls, you'll probably hear it more often talked about, how once the females hit menstruation, they get their mate, their ikura. There's a process to acknowledge and celebrate them. And similarly with the males, te waka huruhuru ngā raho, once their pubic hairs start to grow, you should also have a process to celebrate them. And the simplest process is to have a hakari, to celebrate them entering into manhood, them entering into womanhood, and the fact that they've gone through the next stage in their life. And it's quite simple in Māori, a phrase to refer to puberty for a female. You say, kua wahinetia. So she's become a woman. Yet she might still be your baby, but kua wahinetia. So the whare is now ready, and the continual cycle of mate and ora ensures that you prepare the house for reproduction. And similarly with the boys, te waka huruhuru ngā raho, te waka taka ngā raho, it's a sign, he has become a man. And then everything else changes. And so the more we talk about these things and not wait for a certain time to talk about the birds and the bees, because that just makes it really stupid. But you talk about it in common conversation, so that you then are able to have that discussion without any discomfort. And like I shared recently, a conversation with our son, what I didn't share was we were talking about the term sarcasm. And him saying, oh yeah, sex is when you have a special hug and a pow pow pow. because he was talking about sarcasm. Because the more that you talk about these things with all of our children, the more common it will be, and the more they will know what is not okay and what is okay for them. And so the more we articulate it, the more common it becomes, and the more we can register when bad things happen. Kati, we've got 2 more sessions on sex to go next week. So e mihi kawana, have a great weekend. Tēnā koutou, kia ora tātou.